the thing to think about is, the goal is always to bridge the gap between how your patient sees things and how you see things. What we think, what we say, what we mean, what others hear, how we feel about these interactions afterwards are incredibly important and keys behind connecting and communicating excellently. And that's the thing to think about is there's a neuroscience of communication, and every conversation we have with another person has a chemical component to it. Conversations have the power to change the brain and stimulate the production of hormones and neurotransmitters, to stimulate the body system and nerve pathways to change our body's chemistry. So it's more than just saying something and getting a response. Conversations can quickly become more complex as questions provide, thoughts and feelings about what they mean, or they can stir our chemical networks into action. So oftentimes if people are not comfortable in the space or talking about something as insecure of, I want cosmetic surgery, or I'm embarrassed by my teeth, if anything ever feels like threatening or uncomfortable, we do more than just answer and response. We activate networks inside of our brains to sometimes even handle a threat. So how do we really truly build trust with these patients and pay attention to that? And I just kind of want to say that this is why this is important. This is why it becomes important to have these conversations effectively. Understanding you guys are dentists and talking a little bit about the science of the why, so that when you are having these dialogues, you're like, am I having this conversation in a way that's building trust or building distrust? Because it's one of either ways. And so that's the thing is our prefrontal cortex is activated when we feel we can trust others, and deactivated when we feel high levels of fear or distrust. When I'm trusting with someone, it's going to allow me to be more responsive to their ideas, their wisdom, more likely to be influenced by what their recommendations is with dentistry. And then also, but the back of the brain, the amygdala, is where we feel distrust. This is where we're going to close down. And so sometimes when even, a client or a friend starts to feel manipulated or sold, it will trigger the brain to just shut down and not want to even kind of be in a space of understanding. And I think that was one of the things with Clear Choice where we needed to really shift, like think about how the brain works. Don't say, here, let me tell you all about us. Let me tell you all about what we're doing. Let me tell you all these things. That's sales. Let's take a second to build trust and learn about someone else's place so that they don't, feel manipulated and feel more of that trust. And that's what's interesting is that trust and distrust are truly located in two separate areas of the brain. And they know that because they did functional magnetic imaging to be able to determine that.